But where? This is a big area. Hi. Rawr! You gonna get me? Fuck, this place looks massive. Is this where we were looking for? Oh, it's getting dark. Cool. Add that to my list of things. What about that light and that ladder? I might want to go double back. I do think that that forward direction is the right way to go. But there's like a path up here. I want to see if there's a cave or if there's a dead end or what down here. But we have it. He definitely hinted at something. No. Yeah, looking at my corners of my screen. Just those two and those two. So yeah, there's no waypoint. Just gotta hope for the best. This just goes to the same huge area. Okay. I'll either have to find caves. Ooh. Ooh, there's a thing. And there's some worm passages down here. That'll warm me up at least. This area looks fucking massive. Let's visit the campsite. How you guys doing? You enjoying the waddle animation where I wobble this thing back and forth on the screen the whole time? It's pretty big. It's probably pretty distracting. But it's the one thing I need all the time. So I'm gonna keep it out. Doesn't hurt to grab some batteries. They're being relatively nice with that stuff. This area looks huge. I would definitely like to be using my snow fox, but it seems to come after me the moment I use it. And we were warned not to use it. Hopefully there's like a really good snow fox location at some point. You know what? Let's stick to the perimeter. I'm hoping for a cave. Let's hug this wall all the way around and hope I find a cave. It's getting really hard to see now. My eyes, they are strained. And we'll see if I find something this way. Then if I loop all the way back around to the same camp and still haven't found it, then we'll start cutting through somewhat arbitrarily probably and hope I find something. Because as always, it's hard to tell where I am. Snow does that. Like how Dark Souls 2 made an entire zone out of this idea. Tormenting your player with being whited out by a storm. This is different. It looks like it goes somewhere. What about the up? I say somewhere, but it looks like it might go back. Previous areas. That goes somewhere. Ooh. Be hunting in here? That's back outside to the main area. This ramp goes somewhere. God, can you guys see anything? There we go. I feel like it's gonna come down to luck to some extent. I could be... Ooh! I was gonna say I could be slowly exploring this place for hours. Greenhouse. This alien structure, found commonly shielded from natural sunlight, appears to be a carefully controlled containment and cultivation environment for natural flora. In other words, a greenhouse. The main chamber appears to be capable of precise temperature and humidity control, allowing plant life to be grown carefully outside of its natural habitat. We got more cube. We got more cube. Okay, this could go somewhere then. How much alien stuff is in here? We're kind of in one of those territories again where I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever actually know if I found it all or not. I'll just eventually know that I found the big thing if it's here, because the story will happen. But beyond that, some of these areas are so expansive. Hell, I thought I was basically done with the island, remember? Then I found a message from my sister about how to get a fur coat. She's helping me from beyond the grave. Both in her penguin research and that reveal. So we're almost 1,000 away from my base now. We're quite out here. I do strongly suspect... I mean, this is clearly pointing back at my base, so... This is probably the previous area that I've already been through. I wish I could be more sure. Looking for landmarks that I recognize so I can dismiss this area. Because just because it's pointing back at my base doesn't mean that it's backtracking. Sometimes the environment can kind of sort of wrap backwards and then dead end. And if you dismiss it immediately, then you'll miss the big thing you were looking for. It's a frozen lake? I don't reckon... This is kind of what I was talking about, huh? Like, what the fuck is this frozen lake? I would have probably remembered this if I'd been here before. I don't think I have. It's all frozen over. All ice. But does it have value beyond that? Is it just... It's a landmark? But is it... Am I wrong to think it's an indicator of which way I'm going? I haven't backtracked through the area full of wolves yet. Or stalkers. This might be new still? What if the environment did wrap back around and towards my base, but it's the right way? How would I know? I guess I could be trying to draw this the whole time, but not always being sure about where I am is bad for that. I've had times before where I try to draw a map of a place, but because I don't always know for sure if a place is new or old, you end up drawing a completely a completely incorrect map. Hello, interesting cave. I hear him out there, but it doesn't sound like he's after me. For once. No. That's the last thing I wanted it to be. No. I looped around. Okay. Well, the opposite could have been true. This could have been one of those classic moments where I make an assumption based on reasonable data and then don't investigate a thing, and then it's exactly what I was supposed to do, and everyone's like, oh my god, yo, you just make assumptions and stick to them, and so on. So it's good that I checked it out. I always just throw it and run, because I always figure if I can't see him, he's probably behind me. It feels random and arbitrary when he attacks me, and I think that might be because it might be that. I think he might actually wander around the island in... Ooh. This is new though, right? Yeah. I think he wanders around the island and patrols, and so every time he comes within a certain range, he can then detect you if you're in a detectable state. Which seems to include moving at all, so basically yes. That's a lot of diamonds. I don't need diamonds, but thanks for the news. Oops. Jumping's how you get caught. At this point, it's a victory. Well, by the way, my heat retention's incredible. It's so much less of a problem now. At this point, it's a celebration for me. Every time I see a new landmark, I'm like, ha! It's somewhere new. I'm winning in some way. It's at least somewhere that I haven't been before. That's great news. Oh, well, cool. That could have been an upgrade, but it wasn't. Thumper upgrades. The finalized thumpers are pretty useful. The original versions are pretty bad, but these give us almost double the time to explore some of the mineral-rich nodes. The vibrations of the ice worms sometimes knock loose some pretty valuable stuff, if you take the time to search for it. Wonder how these minerals even got trapped in the ice. Okay, so we've looped back. Overall, if you think in terms of level design, it's pretty reasonable to think that the really big open area that I saw is probably where I have to go, because they probably want you to try to navigate that huge nightmare. That makes sense. So I probably have to get back there now. Very slowly. And then patiently while I run. I'm being irresponsible. I'm gonna get killed for being irresponsible. Here I go. At least I'm not super afraid of these guys. It's mostly just it comes down to whether they're a threat or not. I might actually just start running a lot out of sheer impatience at this point. It's such a big area. It feels perfect for a snow fox, except they've told me pretty clearly not to use it. Hell, I even got knocked off of it that time. That just seems like a pain to deal with. Okay, here's closer to where I first diverged. So somewhere in there, I think, is the greenhouse. Yeah, that cave, I think. So multiple new landmarks. We found that there's a cave that goes that way from the beginning of the area. Oop, scripted. Okay. We found the greenhouse. We found the ice lake. And we found that mining area for the diamonds. Okay. Keep hugging the wall and hope for the best. I'm back in the big area, I believe. Yeah, that's so far in that direction. Woo. Oh my god, look how high he throws them. The other one's just kind of casually walking away. How the fuck do you guys just deal with that?
Dangerous weather approaching.
Is he hunting me? I just saw him run. Oh, that weather could be bad. I have salads. Who cares about dangerous weather? I have salad. It's a silly thing to say. That's brutal, though. They just chow down on the stalkers. They just swallow them whole, and I think maybe... I can't tell if they chew or if they just swallow, but definitely the whole stalker in one go. And you guys just have to live here with that reality all the time. That's just terrifying. What a miserable time for the stalkers. Probably don't know where else to go anyway. They just gotta cross that bridge. Guys, I opened the bridge. You can evacuate. Nah, fuck you guys. You keep attacking me. Freaking keep being a distraction so that I can survive. Thank you. They look like wizard's hats, don't they? All those things. Oops. Ah! I never see where they go. I think they might be jumping at me or something, but I panic and take off immediately. It's working so far, honestly. Hello, big ol' skeleton. Did I throw an extra one on accident? No. Ice worm bones. Oh, it's them. Scans of the ice worm's bones show that they have a surprising degree of flexion in them. This likely allows the bones to compress inward when the ice worm is burrowing. A total rigidity in the bone structure might result in deformation of the skeletal structure over time. There is evidence of muscle insertions that would manipulate the compression or decompression of the ice worm's long rib cage. These ice worm bones appear relatively intact. It seems that the other large land predators in the region tend to leave the worm carcasses alone after death. Probably learn to be terrified of those things. I would be. Oh yeah, there's a corpse over here. Is that useful? Wait, why? Is this like a dedicated worm graveyard? An extremely large and dangerous leviathan, roughly 95 meters long, with thick plated exoskeleton that burrows through dense ice shelves with minimal resistance. Plating. The ice worm is covered in a thick exoskeleton with backward-facing spikes. The exoskeleton protects the soft upper body of the ice worm as it moves through the ice. The spikes create treads that rapidly shuttle melted water back as it burrows, similar to tire treads. The interior of the ice worm is covered in a thicker skin that doesn't require plating. Superheated horn. The horn of the ice worm is the thickest part of the creature. The inner chambers of the horn are filled with deposits of raw alkali metals that react violently with water, creating exothermic chemical reaction. As the ice worm burrows, small microscopic grooves continuously channel water into these chambers, allowing it to burrow with ease. Behaviors. The ice worm is an ambush predator. It relies on sound traveling through the ice to alert to potential prey. It then lunges through the ice and uses its horn and mandibles to attack. The ice worm can be temporarily distracted to the ice of sonic devices. Aggressive and lethal. Avoid. Not lethal enough, apparently, though. Definitely aggressive, but more in like an annoying way so far. Look how big he is. This one's still alive! That would be bad. It's like an ice worm graveyard. What's up with that? I'm not sure. All in the same area. Like they come here to die? Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna find anywhere to go. It's about time to eat some salad. We are 1,300 away now. Record. Yeah, I was only 100 away from Daddy a little bit ago by that cave. I'm 1,000 away now. 1,300 away from the robotic center. Ooh. Ooh, that's a good find right there. Let's go up here just to see if it's a dead end or not, so I can know. Because it's looking like one. Hey, Stalker. I am shocked that a Stalker is in here. What a bad idea for the Stalker. Whoop. You can see through the wall here. Let's try to find the entrance to this ravine. Hey, what a shitty place for the Stalkers to live. I guess I'm not that much deeper though, huh? So like that's probably the one that was next to the other one that got eaten earlier. Maybe. They don't necessarily have a lot of opportunities for active choices. Is he about to get eaten? He's going after him. He ran. He broke the rule. Never run, Stalker. You think you'd adapt to not do that? I think this is the entrance. Over here. He dead? No, he's over there. Despite their threatening presence, the ice worms aren't great at hitting their targets.
Weather approaching.
A lot of my early encounters with ice worms were actually kind of funny. There was like definitely like a whoa, what's that feel to it when we went a few episodes ago or whatever when that was. But there's also an element of like you could just see me getting tossed around by its hitbox, but not actually taking damage most of the time. I think it was probably diving over me or something. Here we go. Is this good? Is this it? It's doing the fade out. It only does that at important places, doesn't it? It's making music. Oh, it's unique in here. Ow. I hit my foot on thing. Large emerald. It's not ice. Pure emerald is typically colorless. These large crystals contain trace amounts of chromium, leading to the development of distinctive green color seen here. Mining activity near these crystals suggests that they were valued for their applications in architect technology. Is that involved in all the green glowy shit that you use everywhere? Oh, that's the structure. I thought that was a reflection at first. Like the reflection was supposed to be of a different location. But it's just like a splotchy, broken, bustedness. A microscope? Oh no. It's one of them dead in a cave-in.
That is a rough way to go.
Yes, I would not enjoy being crushed while mining iron cube components.
The cold preserved the body well, but this isn't a big sample. Will it be enough?
Our tissues are pluripotent, derived from the DNA of various species, capable of changing form as necessary.
Ah, like stem cells. So, what prevents you from, I don't know, ending up with hooves where your eyelashes should go?
That does not happen. At least not since the 4th iteration. You have scanned all the components we need to make a storage, body.
Are you excited?
Using the chemical compounds available in your body, I am able to approximate what you might call cautious optimism.
We've done it. What are you going to be made of? Root pustule, synthetic fibers, gel sac. Simple enough to the end. Reminder to get the ribbon plant when I can. I might as well try to explore a little thoroughly on the way back. Or at least finish the loop, see if there's another cave or another surprise. I feel like we're nearing the end. Interesting. Only a couple of hours ago, I felt like there was still so much left to do in this game. I didn't feel like I was... God, dick. These things are rude. You done? Nope, he's back. Did he find the one Stalker left? Oh, that was the eating animation. Yep. Wow, fuck the Stalkers in this area, huh? I definitely... I don't know. I still felt like I was like in the middle of the game. We got to the... I probably... I probably made a weird playthrough. Probably the weirdest thing in this playthrough was the fact that I took a very long time to do anything in the ice. In fact, the ice, considering how quickly I went down there and got the ice cave stuff done, the crystal cave stuff done, and then came right back to the ice area again. I guess the ice stuff might have been like the last 25% of the playthrough, maybe, or something like that. By and large, moving my base was ill-advised, but enjoyable. I liked the new... Didn't totally love the new location, honestly, because the site... My glass dome mostly has a view of a dark abyss. Could have probably put it deeper into the squid shark territory, since they're not even that dangerous. I don't think I want to deal with the caves that bad, do I? But, the bigger regret is that the, yeah, I don't know if I want to be down here that badly. The bigger regret is that moving it was counterproductive because, at that point... I mean, there's probably upsides, including the big scanner room that helped me get my upgraded sea truck and so on. There's upsides, I guess. But its location quickly became inconvenient because then I had to backtrack back to the starting areas to then get to the ice. So right now my base is really far away. Another one of these ones. There's a cave. That might be the way in. What? Look at you. The fuck is that? How big is it? Only one? I'll take a couple of them. Is that a worm? Did I get a worm egg? Will it survive in water? Will it burrow around inside the tank or something? I don't know. Weird. What's up there? There's something up there too. That was unexpected. Did he just check in on his babies and declare war? Because I took them? They're so far away. How am I gonna get up there? Oh, that's the original spot too. Ow! Just spawned under me. You're just cheating now. Yeah, this is that little hop across spot. I haven't figured out how to... Ooh, there's a ladder over there. Just gotta climb that side, I guess, and see where I can go. That ultimately leads to a base. I think I got ice worm babies. Why are they a creepy little eyeball looking around inside of a little membrane? What is up with how the, there's been a few of those where you have a nymph, I guess, like a cicada nymph. You have like the quote-unquote egg is like a baby form. It's like looking around. Do I want to go this way? I saw the ladders back there, by the way, in case you think I missed them. That's the goal of what I was looking for a moment ago. But what's this area? What is this area? It just like keeps going? Am I going? I'm there again in my brain where I'm just like, have I been here before? Shit. I don't know. I'm never sure. Running out of inventory spaces just in general. The thumpers take up a lot. I didn't need to have this many of them. Oh well. Admittedly, when I first found the thumpers, or made the thumpers, I thought they might be single use like flares, so I kind of built up as a collection. This is not the short detour I thought it was going to be. Hopefully I can find my way back to the ladder when I want it. Wait, is this... This is the greenhouse. I'm back in this cave. Okay. Oop. Oop, 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 oop. He usually wants to stab me, which is a rude thing for you to do, but he won't stop. Didn't I hop down on this side last time? And this place is huge. Hopefully I already got everything I need. I cannot promise that if I come back here I'll have learned that much about how to get around. Although it really is just kind of pick a direction and keep going and commit and don't double back. And you kind of eventually make your way past the graveyard to the weird egg place. This is my last curiosity, is the fact there's one more human base. Maybe there'll be a hint of my sister there. Just maybe. Let's go somewhere. A lot of mining opportunities around here. Ooh, this keeps going. Ah. Until it don't. Sort of a one-way. Maybe that, oh, this might be, it might be just designed that way to funnel you here. Because if you fall in over there, then you might end up here. Another chance to find this ladder. I try to I like to sort of try to figure out the intent the developers have in games when they make stuff like that. Then I wonder whether or not I would have this, be clever enough to have the same thought at the time. If I were to do something like that. Then, of course, there's the follow-up thought of whether I'm just projecting an intent when there isn't one. And then the developer is watching and they're like, oh, yeah, yeah, definitely meant to do that. Because that was a good idea that I had. We're here. And yes, a familiar glow. Ah, it's tech, though. So it might be trash. That might already have it. I definitely wanted lore, because I wanted to hear from my sister or something again. Because we're late enough in the game that anytime I get a hint of anything from her, it could be the last one I ever find. It might be that fur coat is the final comfort, which is kind of fitting, I guess. Snowfox Iceworm Attack Reduction Module? Lowers the frequency of attacks from... Neat. That's cool. I don't know if it'll ever come in handy. Ever. But cool. Just a wiring kit and some titanium. It costs nothing to make. If I had... It's the kind of materials you could almost have on accident in your inventory right now, basically. But without a fabricator, it doesn't matter, I guess. Still holding out hope that I'll find out there's like a big Snow Fox racetrack level or something. Just to justify the vehicle's existence. Because they totally gave me the vehicle and then immediately told me not to use it. And I can't reconcile that. And I have to reconcile that with the fact that the game's ending, maybe? Because it feels like it's ending. And if the game's ending, then I'm definitely like, oh. Well then, when was I supposed to use the Snow Fox? Yep, chomp chomp. Eesh. It does a whole chewing animation followed by a swallow. It's really grim. And you gotta feel bad for the, can I find my way back to the shortcut, or am I gonna take the long way? I mean, I found the long way on accident earlier anyway, so I guess it's not that long anyway. Wizard hats. They look so much like wizard hats. It feels on purpose. Why would they be shaped that way? Maybe someone would say Christmas trees. Even those zigzag bands around them look like the tinsel or something. Yeah, as somebody who's vaguely sympathetic of the stalkers and they're like, oh, look at them. Which I guess most players probably are, because you meet Margaret's stalker, Preston? Was his name Preston? So then you're like, no, Preston! When you see these guys just get fucking obliterated. They're getting hard owned in a way that, like, nothing gets. Like, what gets obliterated like that in this game? Like, they're getting great jog rust. They're getting the full great jog rust treatment of just getting fucking just destroyed by somebody else. Which I guess great jog rust also did, because he would just, you see the, at the beginning of Monster Hunter World in a cutscene, and you see a great jog rust eat like a Antaroth or whatever it's called, whatever. And then you see, I think Anjanath just take out great Jagras. But infighting is usually pretty incidental in this game. We saw... Calm down. We saw, in episode 2, we saw the Chelicerath attack the Chompy Boy. And that was like, the way that guy got announced. It's like, oh, fuck. That's a thing that happens? But it chilled off a lot after that. Have I been there? I think I have. I think I found that the first time I came here. That seems pretty early. Dude, look. My temperature lasts forever now. Yep, technology module's open. So I know that players often murder Leviathans in Subnautica. And like to some extent, it's almost like Margaret's based on those players doing that behavior. Like as a character. So I just find myself wondering as a result, whether or not you can, whether they figured out how to murder this worm yet or not. Like, does it take damage? Does its health persist when it keeps appearing everywhere? Is it one worm that's continuous and sensical like that, or is it just an endlessly respawning attack thing that blinks out of existence each time? Be a little curious to know. Be gone, fool. I have conquered your land, and I am free to leave. Good day, sir. Good day. Put that boy down. Let's make a really pointless upgrade and then maybe put you away forever. Whee! I don't know, maybe we'll find there's another area where I have to deal with worms again. Maybe there'll be one last, like, oh, we need this now, and it sends me off to some strange place to deal with it. I'll take it. There's like a paradox where I want to make progress, but also like I kind of want Subnautica to last forever. Or at least I weirdly don't get bored of it in the time that I am given with it, and the time I'm given with it is pretty fucking long, to be honest. It is not, these are not quick games. This game is much shorter than the previous one was, I think, and it's still not quick at all. But I just like hanging out in it. The recordings come easy, one way or another. For whatever reason. And these games have, and like as a series, Subnautica has like some really gaping mechanical flaws, which I think the audience is generally pretty aware of. In part because I think the Leviathans, while being really spooky, well-designed, well visually designed creatures, in both games, just there's not quite enough to them.
We have gathered the necessary components to begin constructing my body.
Great. What's next? Let's get you out of my head.
First, you must find the fabrication facility. It is concealed at some depths.
Fabrication facility. So you planned on needing to make new bodies?
It is a standard medical facility.
A medical facility where you just replace your whole body when it wears out? Sounds a little beyond standard to me.
Ours was a research mission of the highest importance.
So, what were you, a scientist like me?
I am a scientist now.
So, what happened? Your team found the vaccine and then...
Please, Robin, you have the components. Find the facility and construct the body.
Okay, but don't think I don't notice you changing the topic.
Oh yeah, it's really clear that he's doing it. Why can't I access the... Do I have to get him off the stand? What's up? I'm really curious to see how this whole situation turns out with him. Oh, you can have a jump module or the ice worm attack module, not both. Well, I'm not sure how often I needed to jump necessarily, so I guess the ice worm module makes a lot of sense. I have to go with that one, I suppose. Well, alrighty then. I think we're pretty much set. I think I should have like every item I need too. Might have to go collect a pustule if I can figure out where that was again. I think it was with the kelp at the beginning of the game, along with the ribbon I should go get. But overall, not a hyper demanding laundry list. Oh, I even got this one right here. There you go. That's convenient. Put the jump one back, I suppose. Got my weird eggs. Okay. It's at some depth. Do I have a new waypoint? How depthy is depth? No. I think I know what he means, though. I saw something deep. Oh boy. So buckle up.